Have you ever wondered how much fat the average American consumes in a day? The answer might shock you. It's equivalent to an entire stick of butter every single day. That's a lot of fat, isn't it? Now, let's take a closer look at how this affects our health and society. We'll start with Mississippi, which holds the dubious honor of having the highest rate of obesity in the nation at a staggering 34.9%. Contrast this with Colorado, the leanest state, where the obesity rate is a relatively modest 20.7%. But the burden of obesity isn't just physical. It also impacts our socioeconomic status, particularly for women. Studies have shown that obese individuals, especially women, are less successful than their slimmer peers, and larger girls are less likely to attend college, regardless of their high school performance. Meanwhile, weight doesn't seem to have the same impact on the career trajectories of men. So what's fueling this obesity epidemic? Well, our diet plays a significant role. Consider this. There are enough calories in 217 Big Macs to drive a small car for 88 miles. And a single slice of cheesecake contains enough calories to light a 60-watt bulb for 1.5 hours. That's a lot of energy packed into our meals. And let's not forget about sugary drinks. Drinking a 12-ounce can of soda is akin to eating 14 teaspoons of sugar. Just one can of soda a day could lead to a weight gain of 15 pounds in a year. The repercussions of obesity on our health are far-reaching. It has been linked to semi-frequent and episodic migraines, among other health problems. With these startling figures, it is no wonder that obesity has far-reaching consequences on our health and well-being. But did you know that obesity may have a deeper impact beyond physical health? It seems that carrying excess weight might not just affect the mother's health, but potentially the child's as well. A survey conducted in the United States suggests that children born to obese women are more likely to be diagnosed with autism or related developmental delays. This finding certainly gives us pause, doesn't it? It's not as simple as drawing a direct line between obesity and autism, though scientists are quick to point out that they are far from understanding the intricacies of this potential link. It's a complex puzzle that requires careful and thorough investigation. So, what does this mean for us? It's another reminder of how our choices and health can potentially influence those around us, including our future generations. As scientists continue to unravel the complexities of our bodies, the need for a healthier lifestyle becomes even more apparent. Switching gears, have you ever thought about the complexities and controversies surrounding abortion? Take a moment and consider the global perspective. Eastern Europe, for instance, holds the highest abortion rate in the world, with 43 abortions per 1,000 women. But this issue isn't just confined to one region. It's a topic of contention worldwide. In the United States, the debate becomes even more nuanced when we consider the racial disparities. Black women are at least 5 times more likely than white women to have an abortion. About 1,876 black babies are aborted every day. This raises questions about access to healthcare, education, and support for these communities. But what does the public think about this? Approximately 51% of US adults believe abortion should be legal in all or most cases, while about 43% believe it should be illegal most or all the time. Interestingly, these figures have remained fairly consistent for the past 2 decades. Now, let's travel back in time. In the ancient world, physicians suggested methods for abortion that might seem bizarre, even dangerous to us today. Pliny the Elder, a renowned figure in ancient medicine, spoke of crossing over the egg of a crow or the menstrual blood of another woman to induce an abortion. Even more peculiar, an ancient Egyptian papyrus recommends crocodile feces as an abortifacient. Other suggestions included smearing the uterine lining with goose fat, mashed leek and celery, boiled honey, and even mouse dung. Surgical abortion was also known, with texts referring to a tool called an embryos factis, or embryo slayer. During the Depression era in the US, abortion rates dramatically rose when pregnancy threatened a woman's job. This historical context highlights how economic circumstances can influence the decision to have an abortion. As we can see, the issue of abortion is multifaceted, with cultural, racial, and historical dimensions. But what happens when abortion intersects with disability? This question leads us into a sensitive area of the abortion debate, where medical diagnoses and personal beliefs often clash. Consider Down syndrome, a genetic disorder that affects physical and mental development. In utero, diagnosis of Down syndrome leads to high abortion rates. In fact, approximately 90% of fetuses diagnosed with Down syndrome are aborted. This statistic, however, does not come without controversy. In the year 2000, for example, 154 pregnant women in the United States were incorrectly told their fetuses had Down syndrome. This led to 2 abortions. Such instances underline the crucial importance of accurate prenatal testing and diagnosis. These realities highlight the ethical complexities and emotional challenges faced by individuals making decisions about abortion. This intersection of abortion and disability forces us to confront difficult questions about the value of life, the meaning of health, and the nature of choice. Sometimes, the most compelling arguments come from personal experiences. Let's consider the story of Norma McCorvey. Known to many as Jane Roe, she was the central figure in the landmark Roe versus Wade case that reshaped the landscape of abortion rights in the United States. But her story didn't end there. As the years passed, McCorvey underwent a radical transformation. She became a staunch pro-life advocate, a shift as monumental as the case she was once a part of. She went on to establish Roe No More, an organization that offers counseling for women contemplating abortion. Her journey from an anonymous plaintiff to a vocal advocate underscores the deeply personal nature of the issues we've explored today. As we wrap up, remember that behind every statistic and every debate, there are individual stories and experiences that shape our understanding of these complex issues.